Three companies today, and what a spread. A drugstore breaking free from its big brother, a solar maker in regulatory hot water, and a SaaS company rebranding itself around AI.
All three are at inflection points, but very different risk profiles. Let's dig in.
Kusuri no Aoki, ticker 3549, just had one of the most dramatic disclosures I've seen. They dissolved their partnership with Aeon in January, and Oasis Management is now the largest shareholder at 14%.
Right. Aeon's chairman left the board, they withdrew from the Happycom Purchasing Alliance, and they immediately adopted a takeover defense plan in February. Textbook activist standoff.
And meanwhile, they're going on an M&A spree. 5 supermarket chains subsidiarized, plus Miwa Shoten last June, all debt financed. Sales at a record 566 billion yen, but net income actually declined.
The equity ratio dropped from 41 to 34%. They're levering up to pivot from drugstore to food and drug. Fresh food is now 12.6% of sales and growing at 21% annually. It's a bold bet, but execution risk is real.
Also moving from prime to standard market and dual listing in Nagoya. Interesting timing alongside everything else.
Toyo, ticker 3856, is a completely different story, and not in a good way. TSE designated the stock as under review in July. That's governance failure territory.
And it's layered. They've got a U.S. customs import suspension on solar panels from Vietnam and Ethiopia costing 2.1 billion yen in demurrage, 2 ships still unresolved, plus a patent infringement lawsuit from a major solar manufacturer.
Audit fees tripled to 227 million yen, mostly for prior year corrections. They've withheld their FY27 forecast entirely. New representative director, a nomination committee. But this reads like damage control, not strategy.
The operational side is actually impressive. Ethiopia at 4 GW's new 1.5 GW cell factory planned in Texas for 2027. But who trusts the numbers right now?
Sansan, ticker 4443, is the cleanest story of the three. They're rebranding from DX to AX, analog transformation, positioning their document services as the data foundation for generative AI.
Adjusted operating profit jumped 137% to 8.4 billion yen. They sold LogMe to Uzabase and dumped their Unipost stake. Real portfolio cleanup. And they just initiated their first ever dividend.
New midterm policy lowers revenue growth targets but raises margin targets to 25 to 30%. They're explicitly choosing profitability over top line. Also expanded buybacks from 300 million to 2 billion yen.
One thing to watch. They changed auditors from Asahi to Ernst & Young Shinahan. Auditor switches can be benign, but worth monitoring alongside a new Caxo role and a malus clause on executive comp.
So, Aoki betting the company on independence in food and drug, Toyo fighting fires on 3 fronts, and Sansan quietly pivoting to AI-driven margins.
Watch Aoki's next quarterly for margin integration trends, Toyo for any TSE resolution timeline, and Sansan for whether the AX rebrand actually drives pricing power.